Good morning. We're going to sing this song once through and then invite you to sing it with us. You can do that, yeah? Here we go. It goes like this. I'm going to let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm going to let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. That's it. I'm going to let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. After me, Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
I know that.
I know that.
Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yeah. When I'm down,
I
turn to you.
turn to you.
When I'm down, you pull me through.
Pull me through.
Yeah. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. See?
All alone, feeling broken, I don't know where to go. Got a feeling if I'm willing, Spirit's opening the door. So I'm asking, passing time while I'm crashing in a last sad gasp of confusion, and it's slow. A little knowing that won't let go. Can't ignore it, and you know I won't, cause it's growing in the open. No more hoping now. Spirit holds my soul and says you gotta let me love you now. You are worthy of this love, so why not let me love you now? You are worthy of this love. Yeah.
I surrender
I surrender
every little thing.
every little thing.
I surrender.
I surrender.
Hear me sing.
Hear me sing.
Hear me sing. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this. I am worthy. I am worthy of this love. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I am worthy of this love. Woohoo! So nice to hear you this morning. We see you online. We know we can hear you when you're singing, and we can see you when you're not. I'm just saying. No, not really.
Like Santa, actually.
All right, we have another one. Kind of like that. Goes like this. I open to the good that is mine. I open to the good that is mine. I open. I open. I open, open, open to the good that is mine. That's it. I open to the good that is mine. I open to the good that is mine. I open. I open. I open, open, open to the good that is mine.
Holy, good, holy, abundance, holy, all is holy mine. Bless me, let me now accept me, all good, so good, all the time. Holy, good, holy, abundance, holy, all is holy mine. Bless me, let me now accept me, all good, so good, all the time. Good, holy, abundance, holy, all is holy mine. Bless me, let me now accept me, all good, so good, all the time. Holy, good, holy, abundance, holy, all is holy mine. Bless me, let me now accept me, all good, so good, all the time.
I open to the good that is mine. I open to the good that is mine. I open. I open. I
Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. How about this band and music, y'all? Woo! Let's get some love to our music director and on bass, Joe Cinquina. We have Lauren Dechtenberg on keys and doing our reading. John Dittert on drums. Yes. And please welcome our special guest today, Melissa and Z. And you'll get to be hearing more about them and more from them throughout the service this morning. So I am Reverend Rainbow, so grateful to get to serve as your spiritual director and welcome you here on this beautiful Sunday morning. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is always the answer. You got it, yes. We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, know that you are absolutely welcome here. Yes? If you're joining us online, please say hello in the chat. We are so grateful that you are part of our virtual community. Let us know where you're tuning in from today, and make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and let all your friends know where you are. Also, if you're in the room, we invite you to take out your phone, take pictures, video clips today, and share with your friends on social media. That's a wonderful way for people to find out what we have going on here so that we are no longer the best kept secret, right? We are letting that go, and we are knowing that we are a beacon of light and love and joy and peace, and people find us. If you are a guest joining us for the first time, we especially welcome you here, knowing that your presence here makes a difference. We have a gift for you, so if you're here for the first time, if you can raise your hand or stand, we'd love to give you some love. Welcome. Welcome. So some of our core council members will be bringing by a flower for you and a little connection card. After service, if you can take that connection card to the bookstore, and we have a wonderful gift bag for you with some more goodies like a magazine and a CD and more information about how to get connected with our beautiful community. So right here, Colleen, and right over here as well. We are so grateful for our many volunteers, all those who get here early, from making the coffee to running the live stream, the camera with our youth. Our core council are also volunteers. And we would not be here without those of you who say yes to giving of your time, talent, and treasure. So let's take a minute now and just give some love for our volunteers. Thank you, thank you. And we do have our volunteer appreciation barbecue coming up on May 20th, so make sure you save that date, and you can sign up in the community room for that or online as well, and we'll be reminding you about that later. So now is the time of service where we get to remember that we are all a reflection of one another. So I invite you now to take a moment, maybe placing your hands over your heart, connect with someone and say, thank you for being a reflection of me. Beautiful. And we have an amazing vision and purpose here, so I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community. We are an inclusive community. Committed to global transformation. Through personal evolution. And our purpose, let's do it together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. And today's affirmation I will say, and then we can all affirm together. I welcome divine inspiration. I am co-creating my life with Spirit. Let's do it. I welcome divine inspiration, and I am co-creating my life with Spirit. Yes. So I want to just take a moment before we move into our invocation song and our prayer, which will be led by our practitioner, Patty Cooper, this morning, to tell you a little bit about these lovely folks that I now get to call friends. we finally got to connect. Yes, so I've been hearing about them for a while. So Melissa and Z have an online and virtual ministry that also tours, and it is called, Oh My God, Life. Is that right? Is that how you put the emphasis, right? Oh my God, life. And they are also ministers with Center for Spiritual Living, have vast backgrounds as music, singer-songwriters that you will, there's really nothing more I can say because their talent and what they will show will demonstrate to you who they are. But I know them as really grounded in spiritual practice and principle and bringing joy wherever they go. So let us welcome Melissa and Z as we move into our invocation opening song and prayer.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am
remembering, knowing that there is only one life, one energy, one essence, one source of everything. Today I know that one as peace, I know it as love, I know it as joy, and so much more. And knowing that that is the truth of the one, I know it is the truth in each and every beloved, hearing my voice right now. And I bless this day, this service. I bless our beloved minister, Reverend Rainbow. I bless our musicians. I bless our marvelous guests today, Melissa and Z. All the people who came here to create the service, and each and every person hearing my voice right now. Blessings abound. And I step aside and let it be by saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am.
Today's reading is from The Art of Life by Dr. Ernest Holmes. Life is infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It is the invisible essence and substance of every visible form. Its nature is goodness, truth, wisdom, and beauty, as well as energy and imagination. Our highest satisfaction comes from a sense of conscious union with this invisible life. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to first principles, to find such an inward wholeness that all sense of fear, doubt, and uncertainty vanishes.
just a child, Spirit came to me. He said, girl, you have things you are meant to do, so lean on me. There have been times when I thought I wouldn't make it through. That's when the Spirit would turn my head the other way and have me sing to you that if I believe, I can. I know that if I can see it, God has a plan, and I will get to the end of my life and be proud of the race I ran. 'Cause if I believe, I can. Following my dreams, I often felt alone. But each time I was wandering, thinking I was lost, I would be sure. Now I stand here, I know I am right where I'm supposed to be. And I will hold to the truth God has given me. Now that I see that if I believe, I can. Oh, I know that if I can see it, God has a plan. I will get to the end of my life and be proud of the race I ran. 'Cause if I believe, I can.
There was a time when I couldn't go on and I tripped and fell. Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, nowhere to go but where I landed waiting. That's when I heard a voice in me. It filled me up. It said, believe in yourself. What you're here to do, you got no more excuses. When you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak, to give you the word. It was given to me, 'cause nothing can stop you if you believe.
Others may say that I am wrong. Ha! What can they know when I know that if I
There was a time when I couldn't go on and I tripped and fell. Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, nowhere to go but where I landed waiting. That's when I heard a voice in me. It filled me up. It said, believe in yourself. What you're here to do, you got no more excuses. When you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak to you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you if you believe. I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak to you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you if you believe. God to give you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you. If you believe.
band. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you again to Reverend Rainbow for having us here today. We're so grateful to get to hang yesterday with the leadership team as well as with Reverend Rainbow. Well, never mind. We had ice cream for dinner. But just don't tell Cadence. Adults, you can do this when you're an adult, but not a kid. So we're very grateful to be here with y'all today. If I believe, I can. Let's unpack that a little, shall we? So we here at Centers for Spiritual Living believe and know that there is one energy, right? One source in and through all of creation. We also believe and know that because it's everywhere in all things, it's right here. It's in me. It's in each and every one of us. And then here's where things get interesting. So because this creative power is in all things, including each and every one of us, we are creative beings, and we create our lives, we co-create our lives with spirit, right? Now, some of us, when we first discover this, we're like, oh, wow, I'm going to go manifest some stuff, right? Like, yeah, I'm creative. I'm going to, like, get all this stuff. And, yeah, that is all well and good. It can work great. But then, sometimes, we get to a place where there's something we really, 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 really want, and it's not happening. And then we say, maybe, things like, is God broken? Or am I broken? Right? Like that place where we feel stuck, and how come it's not working? So that's what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about those places when we feel stuck and when we need to lean into a deeper experience of co-creation with Spirit. What does that look like? That's what we want to talk about. How does that sound? Good? Okay. Melissa's going to get us started. Melissa?
Thank you. My microphone, so comment on my microphone. So I like to say that my favorite thing about this microphone is the name of the company that makes it, Telefunken. I have a Telefunken mic, yeah. It just makes me feel funky. Okay, this has decided not to work. Good morning. We are professionals here. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do when we come up with a new talk is I look up all the words that are the name of the talk, the title of the talk, in the dictionary. Each word in the dictionary, and then I read that out loud, and it gives me a really nice, deeper conception and understanding of, you know, what we are talking about, what we want to say. So the thing is that this talk is about co-creation with the divine. And so I went to the dictionary and I looked up co-creation. It doesn't exist. That is our word. I mean, I know y'all have probably heard it too, but it's not actually in the dictionary. So I had to, like, you know, take that into prayer and, like, what do I do with that? So I came up with collaboration. I decided co-creation, collaboration, kind of the same thing, right? We are, then the definition is, it's the action of working together with someone to produce or create something. The action of working together with someone, or in this case, something else, to produce or create something. Okay, so that sounds good. So how many people here have ever collaborated and it wasn't fun? Work situations, right? A lot of work situations. You're going to collaborate with this person. So what I have unpacked for myself about collaboration is it's way more fun to collaborate with people you like and enjoy. And you can listen to each other and actually collaborate, right? Yeah. So how this unfolded for me in part is that I was in ministerial school. Zia and I were in ministerial school together, actually. And at that time, I was also music helping with the music team at the center where I was studying. And the music director there was classically trained, but asked me to be the music director for this rockin', awesome, out-of-town star that was coming in, and like get the band together, be the music director, create the charts, make sure everything worked well, rehearse them, get them ready before the star came in so she could just, they could just, I'm trying to make it very anonymous, so they could just like step in and do their thing, right? So this is one of those situations where, okay, so I'm given the name and the information of the person I'm going to collaborate with, who is the personal assistant of this star person. And every single communication with this person, it was all email. I don't know if you've ever had somebody like this. Every single communication, small, large, somehow they all just felt terrible to receive. Like I just felt like belittled and condescended to and shamed, and it was so bad. So there was this one particular day that a particularly gnarly email came in, and I like went to Z and consulted. Like I did not know how to respond. I couldn't come up with anything that would sound the least bit ministerial, if you know what I mean. Everything I had to say back was like, rare. So I did what I do in times like that. When I'm triggered and I can't like find my way out, I went to the beach. So I drove to the beach, and for us, that's a 30-minute drive plus little. And I, the whole time there, knew I was going to get there, walk down to the water, and say to Spirit, what do I do with this person and this email and this communication? And I would get an answer. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. And I got there, and I walked to the water, and I turned, and I heard myself say to Spirit, Spirit, why are you making me go to ministerial school? Now, anyone who's done this path of ministerial training knows that's often a part of it. The kicking and screaming aspect is just kind of included. But this was I had a long time before I finally said yes, and I really had no concept, no idea, like what in the world could this be, why could this be a good thing for me? I mean, the consciousness training was great, but like, you know, what am I going to do with this? So I was very confused. So Spirit, why are you making me go to ministerial school? And I heard a voice. Now, I don't know if y'all have had this, but I have had this, like, at certain times. I heard a voice that was, like, from the movies, right? Not male, not female, not both, not just this voice that said, you have no idea. And I heard it again. You have no idea. Well, first of all, it was shocking, and it brought tears to my eyes, like it was one of those moments, like, what? And as I continued to unpack this and think about it and try to understand it, I came to two understandings for the two different ways that I heard the you have no idea. So one is, you literally have no idea. Obvi. You are asking, what the heck? And I am telling you, I'm going to leave it like that. You are going to have no idea because we don't get to know everything all the time, as frustrating as that may be to our little human minds. And the other thing that I heard in that was, like, you have no idea. Like, I've got some good in mind for you, and you can't even imagine how fun, how good, how just right for you it's going to be. And I tell you, boy, howdy, that is what my life is today, is the answer to that. We have an online and traveling thing. I spend a lot of my time at home making videos, which it turns out I love doing so much. I write and record the music. We write and record the music, and then we make these videos, and we put them out there for free online, and then we travel, and we do this, which is really fun, right? I mean, that's my life. That's why I was in ministerial school. But I had no idea. And I would have no idea because none of this was even happening. And what I realized about myself is when I was asking that question, I was coming from a place of being one of those not so great collaborators with Spirit. I was being actually the hardest kind of person to collaborate with that I know some of you have had this experience. Raise your hand, please, if you have ever collaborated with a dictator. Who I'm going to tell you how it's going to be, and you're going to pretend that it was your idea too, and we're going to present this, maybe, although in opportune times I might take all the credit, but we'll pretend that we did this together when that's convenient. Fun, right? So what my question to you is, are you like I was with Spirit? Do you dictate to Spirit how to co-create with you, how to collaborate? Okay, Spirit, I'm going to pray, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to fill in all the details, so just to make sure you're clear about what you're creating. Sounds like one of those dictators, right? So the thing is, we need to leave some room for Spirit to have a little fun. Just like when we are going to collaborate or co-create with another human, it is only fun when there's room for both. When there's a both and happening. My ideas, your ideas, you make it better, I make it better. Woo! Then it's fun. We need to leave room. So Z and I have these 3 shortcuts. We call them hacks. 3 little hacks to help you get to this that are elements from our personal practice. I knew it started with a PR. Our personal practice called the Oh My God practice, which is actually a gratitude practice. But the first one is your phrase. So in the book, there's a whole chapter about this, finding your phrase. But there is a phrase in your life that is a key phrase for you, that is what you just automatically say. It just comes out of your mouth. You don't think about it first. It's what you say when some fabulous, surprising thing happens. Right? Like mine, and it happens to also be Z's, and that was true before we met, is, oh my God. That's why our ministry is called Oh My God Life, and why our practice is called the Oh My God practice, because we are creating an Oh My God life with our Oh My God practice, and ours is Oh My God. But y'all have one, and sometimes it's a little colorful. Words that you might not normally say in church on a Sunday morning. Sometimes it's much, I am kind of a lot, but some people, their word is wow, right? It can be a chillin' kind of thing, but it's a phrase or a word that is yours, that is your automatic, we call it our magic phrase. So the first hack for you, for the shortcut into co-creating, manifesting in a powerful way, is to find your phrase. Okay, I'll tell you why in a minute. And then there's 2 phrases that we add to that are the second and third hacks. The second one, the phrase is, this is more amazing than I could have ever imagined. Say that. This is more amazing than I could have ever imagined. Here's the thing that's so great about that. You think you can imagine how good it is going to be. But when you say, this is even more amazing than what I could come up with, you are leaving room for Spirit to have some fun, right? Okay, it gets even better, because the third hack is, this is beyond my wildest dreams. Say that? This is beyond my wildest dreams. What you're then saying is, I can imagine some really cool, wild, amazing stuff, but it's way beyond what I can even think of. That's how this ministry, this life I'm living now is for me. I couldn't have come up with this, right? So I'm really leaving room there. Now I'm outside the frame and everything, totally outside the box. So to talk even a little more about this co-creation, collaboration process, I give you my favorite co-creator, Reverend Z.
Thank you, Melissa. And I'm never a dictator, right? Never. No. So, over 15 years ago now, I went to hear a talk one night at the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa. That's where we live. And it was a Wednesday night service, and the speaker was this person that you may or may not have heard of. Her name's Melissa Felipe. I didn't really know her at all at the time. So I go and I hear this talk, and it was an earlier version of what she was describing today. And in there, she used those phrases. So, better than I can imagine, beyond my wildest dreams. And I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm like, oh. Because at the time, I was having fun with the whole co-creation process, and I'd had a lot of success with it, except in one area. And that was the area of romantic relationships. So in that area, ever since I first sort of embarked upon the wild and wacky world of romantic relationships, I had a few speed bumps. So the first one was the whole like not straight thing. So I was raised about 4 hours north of here, small town in Ohio, and I was taught sex ed by my gym teacher, who didn't mention anything about anything other than being straight. So that took a while, right, for me to figure out, and finally I moved to California, and that helped. Finally like, oh, okay, check, gay, queer, not straight, yeah. Okay, so that was the first roadblock, and then the first little bump was the second one, was my gender identity and expression. So the word I use to describe myself is gender rich, whole lot of gender going on. Yeah. Also took a while to figure that out. Also not mentioned at all by my gym teacher. So there you go. Also helped to move to California. So there we go. So those first two little speed bumps, yeah. Okay, but then there was a third one. And maybe some of you can relate with this one. So I had a tendency to be attracted to unavailable people. Right? See, some of you know what I'm talking about. So for those of you who have no idea why we're laughing, so here's how it worked. So if someone really liked me, I wanted nothing to do with them. And if someone didn't care if I was dead or alive, I found them very, very attractive. Now, this wasn't really working for me, right? And I'm sitting there listening to this Melissa Felipe person talk, and she's talking about leaving room, right? Better than I can imagine. I'm like, oh, I've been a dictator. I've had this rigid idea in this one area of my life, and that's why this is the one area where I'm feeling stuck, right? I mentioned at the beginning, like stuck, like not happening, like what, right? So it's like, oh, okay. Very exciting to me. And when you hear something and you're like, this is going to change my life forever. It was like one of those moments. You might wonder what I thought of the Melissa Felipe person. Like, did I get that's my future wife up there? I did not. I didn't at all. Very clueless. But I was excited by what she had to say. So I did go up after and wanted to talk to her. Now, she doesn't remember me at all. She has like a vague memory of this like enthusiastic, gender-rich nerd person who came up after, like vaguely? Yeah. So whatever. I was like, I'm just jazzed. I'm jazzed about this idea, and I'm going to incorporate it into my prayer practice. And that's what I did. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we teach this amazing 5-step affirmative prayer treatment. And I do that. I still, every day when I walk, right? I do this out loud and by myself. It's like this powerful thing. So I incorporated those phrases into step 3 of this, like better than I can imagine, more amazing, in all things, but especially about relationship, right? And as I'm doing this, with that area of my life, I notice that I start to see a really specific image, right? As I'm doing this practice. And it's like, it's a woman with short blonde hair. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And I'm thinking, I don't think I'm, dictating. I don't think I'm like telling spirit what it's got to be. I'm pretty sure I'm psychic. I think that's what it is. I'm like seeing what's coming, right? I think that's what it is. So I'm working the prayer. And you know how sometimes when you work a prayer, like you get a lot of what's not that kind of to work through. So that was happening too. I was getting a lot of like, no, sometimes it's good to, Spirit gives us an opportunity to say no, right? I was getting that a lot. So it's still kind of working this through, the whole relationship prayer. About a year after I first saw the Melissa Felipe person do the talk, I go to a spiritual retreat, and who should be the music director but Melissa Felipe? And this time, she wants to talk to me because I just had a novel published, and a mutual friend said, hey, you should go talk to Z about books and stuff. So Melissa and I are talking, and it was just like so cool to talk to each other. Like there was just all this energy there, and we're at this pretty big retreat, like 100 people. And as we're talking, other people wanted to kind of gather around and join in the conversation, and we compared notes later, and we're saying like we didn't really want them to join us, like we just wanted to keep talking to each other. But this is a spiritual retreat, like you're supposed to be all namaste, We were like, namaste, like stay away, but you can't do that. So we had to like let others join, so we felt like we kind of couldn't finish the conversation. About a month later, I went to Melissa for keyboard lessons because I grew up playing classical piano, but I was starting to play at the center and play under the prayer and like that. So I go for a lesson. And at the lesson, we talked for 4.5 hours. Did we get then what was going on? No. No, we did not. We had this period of about 2.5 months of feeling like we had just found our new best friend, but didn't get what was going on, because Melissa at the time thought she was straight. Surprise, surprise, yeah. And I was waiting for the woman with short blonde hair, right? Like I knew what was coming. Spirit had given me the vision. So finally, 2.5 months or so in, we realize what's happening. Like, oh, a few days actually apart from each other. Like, oh. And it was answered prayer for both of us, because both of us were doing this prayer about beyond what I can imagine, beyond my wildest dreams. We were both praying for that, and that's what we got, because it was indeed beyond what we could imagine. And it's like Melissa described, like what our ministry, there was so much more to it, because it was like this amazing relationship. We've been together 14 years now. We're married. We have this whole ministry, but it was so much more than just a relationship, right? It was like all this other stuff came with it in terms of the creative part and traveling and just all that we're doing, right? Like Spirit sometimes is so much smarter than we are, like really all the time, right? Now, you might be wondering, but Z, you gender-rich nerd, you, what about the woman with short blonde hair, right? Like what was that about then? So here's the thing. I think Spirit did plant that image in my head. And here's why. So I talked about the whole unavailable pattern thing that I was having. I was the one who was unavailable, right? And so because I had this image in my head about what the relationship was going to be, when I was hanging out with Melissa during that time, I was available for a friendship with her in a way that I would not have been if I wasn't sort of distracted by this other image, right? So I was available to really just build this friendship, which then organically, naturally grew into something more. Yeah, sometimes Spirit is a little bit of a trickster, right? Yeah, which is why you gotta like leave room. So here is the question for you. Is there anything in your life that up until now, up until this moment, you have been unavailable to? Maybe that first thing that popped in your head. And are you willing to co-create with Spirit to make it beyond what you're currently imagining? Yes? Yes? Okay. All right. Melissa's going to do one more thing with you then.
So remember I said I would come back to our word, the hack, the first hack of knowing that phrase that comes to mind. So here's the thing. If you're wanting, the most important thing in co-creation on our part is the emotional experience of imagining what we want. The emotional experience of imagining we already have it. Leaving room for it to be beyond our wildest dreams. And your phrase can help you get there. It's a shortcut. Okay? So we're going to use that phrase now. So if you weren't sure what your phrase was, just make one up for now, and then just pay attention in the next few weeks. You will hear it come out of your mouth at some point when some wonderful thing happens. You think of your best friend and they call. Immediately, you're like, oh my God, or whatever it is you say. All right? So for today, just either bring yours to mind or imagine one. And we're going to do a brief exercise. So please close your eyes. And think of that area of your life that Z just invited you to notice, the area where it is not quite how you want it to be yet. You're opening to it becoming better than your wildest dreams. And imagine the feeling around your heart when you think of it being actually becoming beyond your wildest dreams. So good, so amazing. It's way better than you could have imagined. Back there in April at Ahava that morning when you thought of it, oh my God, it is so much better. And so imagine that feeling of, oh my God, it's so much better as you think about that area of your life and focus on your heart and breathe. And imagine that you are in the future now thinking about that area of your life. And what comes to mind, because that area of your life is so amazing, is your phrase. And so after I say mine, oh my God, you're going to say yours, whatever it is. There is permission to say anything in this room for this exercise. So just repeat after me, but you use your phrase. And thinking of that area, and oh my God, it is so amazing. It is answered prayer. Feel into it as you say your word. Thinking of that area, oh my God. 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 And now open your eyes and look at the people next to you, because you know you're going to come here and tell them, oh my God, what happened? Oh my God. And so it is. Thank you.
Let us pray.
Spirit, deepen my walk with you. Let me hear you. Let me feel you. Oh, Spirit, deepen my walk with you.
There is only one source, one light, one energy, one love in and through all of creation, including right here, right now. Everyone hearing my words, whether in the room or online, all of us, this divine, creative power. And so I speak my word right here, right now, for each and every one of us, that we are deepening our connection with that source, with our ability to co-create our lives with that source energy that we are and that is all around us. I accept for us a knowing of that phrase that gets us into the emotion of that amazing creation, that we allow and open to it truly being beyond what we can see, beyond what we can imagine, letting Spirit have some fun with us. And I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for this journey, and I'm grateful that in this opening to this greater good that each and every one of us are experiencing right now, we bless everyone around us, everyone in the world. We are opening up the entire planet to a greater good for all. And in great gratitude for this, knowing that it is done and that Spirit's going to make it even better than I and we can imagine in this moment, I just released this prayer by saying, And so it is. Amen.
Let me hear you. Let me feel you. Oh, Spirit, deepen my walk with you.
Listen, Z. Thank you, thank you. So it is the last Sunday of the month, which we here call Giving Sunday. And I'm going to invite up Jean now, who is going to share a little bit. Because as you know, it's our opportunity to honor a local nonprofit in the community. And we're going to do something a little bit different today. So come on up, Jean. There you go.
Good morning, beloved Ahava.
Good morning.
As Reverend Rainbow was saying, that we're not doing our traditional monthly Giving Sunday today because last month we had 2 organizations that we were giving to. Somehow we got our wires crossed, but okay, Spirit works. So today we are honoring both of those. They were...
Well, now you asked me, so I can't tell you.
Sorry. Anyway, they're great. But
Commonwealth.
I'm kind of in charge of finding these organizations.
I remembered. Kentuckians for the Commonwealth and the Nest were the 2 we did last month.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So that covered March and April giving.
Yeah, I don't think so well when I'm up in front of everybody. My brain just goes away. So I have to have this thing to help me out. Anyway, I would like to ask you all to help me out with this because I don't know of all the local nonprofits. I live way down in Crab Orchard. So, and there's a lot of places I'd like to give down there, but this is where we abide. This is our community here. So, I would like to get your help. If you would like to, okay, don't do that. If you could give me some input, and there's 2 ways you can do that. You can either put it on a piece of paper, or you can submit it online. There's a form that you can fill out on the newsletter. So, and if you don't get the newsletter, you can sign up for that. And there's 3 criteria that we have for our Giving Sunday organization. It has to be a 501c status, and it has to be in the local bluegrass region, and it has to align with our mission and values here at Ahava. So, and you can see me. I would like to help you out, so you can help me out.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you,
And
Jean.
that's all good.
All right.
Thank you in advance for your support.
Thank you, Jean. Yes, and Jean is one of our beloved core council members, and we are so grateful for our leadership here. There is in the back there and also at our info table a little flyer with a QR code that if you want to submit a nonprofit, you can take your phone and boop, and it'll take you right to the form as well, or write it down and give it to Jean, and we will consider it for our next Giving Sundays. So now is the time that we get to move into conscious giving, activating the flow, knowing that there is this law of circulation that as we give, we receive. So we're going to get to give from the overflow this day. As we pass a basket in the room, there are also ways you can give online, and you can go to our website, press that give button. You can also text the word give to 859-209-6996 or continue to mail in gifts as well. So I invite you now to repeat after me. Divine love as me. blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Love gives me everything I need. Love gives me everything I need.
I was like, is that me again? All right, it is. So we have a number of amazing things and ways to connect here at Ahava. Today, this afternoon, after our potluck, we have the opportunity to go deeper with these two wonderful individuals for the workshop. It will be in this room. We'll meet in a little circle in the back, but make sure you stick around and get some good nourishment today. Even if you didn't bring a dish, there is always more than enough. So join us for our potluck in our community room and then stay for the workshop. The workshop is on a love offering basis, and one of the ways you can think of that is we are suggesting a donation of $25. So we're saying like that's kind of like the value. And if you're able to give beyond that, excellent. If you are able to give below that, excellent. And those who can give beyond can support those who can give below. And it's all in the flow, yes? So never let money be an obstacle to get the spiritual food that you need. So show up today, even if you didn't sign up, and there'll be an opportunity for you to give what you can for that workshop. Also, we have our Camp Out with Nancy and Cynthia coming up on May 12th. Make sure you sign up for that in advance. There's, again, sign-up forms here and online. We have our Volunteer Appreciation Barbecue coming up May 20th. Seneca will be our grill master again this year. So if you are a volunteer in any form, please be with us that Saturday, May 20th. We start at 11:30, and it's going to be a lot of fun and a way for the Core Council to thank you for being a volunteer and of service here in this community. With that, we also give our annual Volunteer of the Year Award that we call the Mary Ann L. Rod Award, Heart Award, and you have the opportunity to vote for who you think has the heart of service. So someone in the community that you see showing up and volunteering and going above and beyond, demonstrating that heart of service. There is a box in the community room with a lovely sign that's pointing to it that says, vote, with little slips to vote. There is also an online form that's going out in your email and on social media and all those things if you prefer to click and fill that out online. Everyone is welcome to vote one time for Volunteer of the Year. Also, our next class coming up, more information to be revealed soon, but just wanted to plant that seed, is Meditation is More Than You Think. And it is a wonderful opportunity to go deeper in the various forms of meditation. And I also just want to acknowledge those students who just completed our spiritual practices and principles class. If you're in the room, if you'll raise your hand. We got one there and there and there. And yes. Excellent. So join us for our next class, and we'll be sharing more information about that next week. Also, we are looking for a couple of volunteers with a special interest to help lead and organize our lending library as well as our food pantry. So if either of those things speak to your heart, please see one of us in leadership and we will get you connected and plugged in with that opportunity. So without further ado, let us now turn it back over to Melissa and Z.
Thank you. So, like Reverend Rainbow said, we are going to do the workshop. The workshop is actually a practice that we developed, which is we do every day now. And it's got 3 parts, one of which we gave you a little preview about today, but we also use gratitude to work with things that are kind of more challenging in our lives. We found a unique way to use gratitude in that respect. And yeah, it's really fun.
It's life-changing.
Yeah,
It's really powerful.
Also, we do have our Oh My God Life mini mall back there. So we are an online and traveling ministry. It supports us. The proceeds from our little mini mall support us in the
Oh,
world.
you're not on. Your mic isn't on.
Oh, that's what's happening. You can hear me though, right?
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, I
Oh, the
thought.
online couldn't hear you.
Oh, online couldn't hear me. Hey, everyone online. Nice to see you. Yeah. So I was talking about our mini mall back there. So we have like fridge magnets and T-shirts for $5. What? And books and music and all kinds of groovy stuff. But also the mailing list. Yeah.
So we have a free mailing list. If you, this is what I always like to say. If you didn't like us today, you don't need to tell us. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We have been told.
We
but yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
and really, you don't need to tell us about it. But if you did enjoy us, we have a free mailing list, and we'd love to stay in touch with you on there. We do 2 videos a month. There are meditation videos, affirmation videos, prayer videos, music videos, and another one. Anyway, we have 5 different kinds, and there's 2 a month that go into your inbox, as well as we each have a blog. Z does cartoons. It's endless. So stuff that goes out for free all month long to you. But then once a year, the best thing. So every year, Z and I write and record a new birthday song. And then we record a video with that happy birthday song. Very different every year. And on the morning of your birthday.
Midnight on your birthday.
Yeah, like 12:02 a.m.
Yeah.
On your birthday. You receive our birthday video to you. And that's our favorite thing.
Yeah,
for
we
our
love
buddies.
doing that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be on that, there's 2 iPads at the back table, and you just sign up there
Yeah.
and like that. It's
And
easy.
cool. So thank you again to Reverend Rainbow and for
Yes.
everyone here for welcoming us. We always love coming to Ahava. It's so great. And now we have another song for you, and this is a hardcore participatory one. That's why we invited the kids to come too, because we thought they might want to be involved in this or just watch all the crazy adults doing their thing. Okay, so check it out. It's a call and response, and you're going to repeat after me with moves. That's right. We're stepping it up. So we're going to clarify, magnify, and then I'm going to say occupy, and you say occupy your faith, not occupy your face, although feel free to do that. So let's put the 3 together. Clarify, magnify, occupy your faith, and then we're going to glorify, testify, fortify your faith. Oh, I'm feeling it. All right.
So good. So we all echo after Z, so
Yep.
we don't have to like predict or anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And then
You can try to do it with me,
if
but
you
don't
would
worry.
sing with me, and there are not moves when you're singing, you go fortify, fortify your faith, fortify. You could do a little move here. Fortify. Yeah. Fortify your faith. That's the chorus.
That's
You'll
it.
get it when it comes around. It's very
Those are the first
intuitive.
2
You'll-
parts. There's 15 more. But we won't teach them to you today. No. Okay. I'm just messing around. All right. But the online folks, we can see you because we are Santa-like. So we hope that you will join us as well. Thank you. All right. I think we're ready. And I like to move. Don't be alarmed. No one's ever been hurt, at least not yet. Yeah. When I was a child, a little bitty baby child, I didn't believe in nothing. Faith is for suckers, I told myself. People who are weak, people who need help. But all around me, everyone would say, you gotta believe, you gotta pray. Believing in nothing ain't no way. Here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, you got to fortify your faith. You got to fortify your faith. Oh, yeah. Fortify, yeah.
Time went on, and I grew up. I started to question. I said, what's up with my life, the world, the universe, and how things work? Why am I here? Tell me now, what's my worth? I started to notice synchronicities and a power beyond what I could see. Next thing I knew, I heard Spirit say, here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, yeah, you got to fortify your faith. You got to fortify your faith. Oh, you can do it. Come on, make it stronger. Just pay attention. There's no need to waste. Fortify your faith. Yeah.
Now I know.
Now I know.
Now I see
Now I
that
see.
faith is so much bigger than me.
Bigger than
It starts
me.
in the heart and grows. Where it stops, God only knows. So if you're down, if you're blue, remember that Spirit is bigger than you. Let it hold you, mold you, take you, shape you. And here is all you have to do. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith. Oh yeah, you gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
You got to fortify your faith. Oh, you got to fortify your faith. You know you got to
fortify your faith. Yeah. Thank you to this awesome band.
You're a shining star, wonderful, just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred face. We love you just the way you are. We love you just the way you are. We do.
Hey, everybody. When we realized the theme for today, the inspiration theme, I got out a couple lessons, and we just kind of went with our inspiration in class about what we were going to do. And Naila would like to share the affirmation.
I am inspired.
Yes, I am inspired. Woo!
I live an inspired life.
Yeah.
We live an inspired life. And we talked about inspiration. We read like the dictionary definition, and then we talked about what we think about it. Exactly what just happened in here?
It always
Great.
relates.
Inspiration. So, and then we talked about what we think about it at Ahava and how we can metaphysically think about inspiration. And so why did we choose this craft to do today? Because what's one thing about inspiration? You get new ideas because of how?
Because
Yeah, and you feel God in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, and in your
so
soul. Oh my goodness, what are our crafts?
Let me see
Hold
the
the crafts up.
hearts in your
We
heart.
listen to our heart
Yay.
for inspiration. So, talk to us at the potluck. Get some inspiration from these kiddos. We had a great day. Thanks.
Yay.
Oh, no. I have to start. Sorry, I have an announcement. We are having a youth and family campout.
Woohoo!
There's a sign-up sheet out there. And I'll give you more information. I'll post it on our Facebook group, but I just kind of want to get that going and get that in everyone's brain. It's going to be at Ron and Nancy's property. And if you have any more questions, come up and ask me. I'll have sign-up sheets, and we have a list out there. So get ready for some fun camping.
Yay! Yes. Excellent. So just a reminder that we have practitioners. We love you just the way you are. And she likes to walk with her eyes closed. And as long as she's safe, it's all good. Every moment is a teachable moment. So we have practitioners available to pray with you today. You can meet in person here with Patty Cooper. We do ask if you want an in-person prayer that you wear a mask, and those are available for you back there. We also have a prayer box in the community room and a way to submit a prayer request online. So get your prayer today. And don't forget to stick around for the potluck. Check out the amazing table at the back and stay for the workshop. So without further whatever, let's just stand and I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my gratitude.
Life is in my gratitude.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Oh, wait. Repeat after me. Yes.
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 When I point at you, you're going to say,
Yes.
what is that?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's another part where you sing it. You'll get it.
Okay.
We got it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey. Yes. 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 I say, do the greatest good you have for me again. To this good night, let it bless me. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes again. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say to the greatest joy you have for me. To this joy, and I let it bless me. All of the joy that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes again. I say yes, 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 yes. Say yes after
Here
singing.
we go. So much good,
So much good,
right on time.
right on time.
I can take it,
I can take it,
'cause it's mine.
'cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it,
Spirit's gonna give it,
and I'm gonna get it,
and I'm gonna get it.
'cause I align
I align
with the divine.
the divine.
Yes, I align
I align
with the divine.
with the divine. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it. What do I say? I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Help us out. I say yes, 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 great day.